The general employment policy in Hong Kong calls for applicants for employment visas to have a university degree. What happens if you don't have a university degree, but you have technical qualifications instead? I moved to Hong Kong from France 1 month ago. I came here together with my boyfriend who started to work here. We're not married, so no dependent visa. In France, I was working for Company A as a customer service agent, but I actually also got a job at Company A here in Hong Kong before I arrived. But I don't have a university degree. I did my A-levels in France, followed by a 2.5-year apprenticeship in my niche, and after that I worked there for about 2 years. What are my chances to get a working visa without holding a university degree? The general employment policy of Hong Kong calls for an applicant for an employment visa to possess a special skill, knowledge or experience of value to and not readily available in Hong Kong. Another part of that process is that the applicant is expected normally to have a university degree and at least 2 years post-graduation working experience in a managerial or supervisory capacity. So what happens in real life, of course, is not everybody goes to university, and there are plenty of people in Hong Kong who do have working visas, but they never went to university themselves. Therefore, how did they get their visas? Well, essentially, the Immigration Department have a certain amount of flexibility. And in general terms, if you don't have a university degree, but you have technical qualifications, the Immigration Department will expect you to have at least 5 years post-qualification working experience in a managerial or supervisory capacity. And if you don't have technical qualifications, you're expected to have at least 10 years working experience in a managerial or supervisory capacity. So in this instance, it seems to me that you haven't yet quite met the 5 years post-qualification working experience in a managerial or supervisory capacity that you need, and therefore I suspect you might find it difficult to persuade the Immigration Department that you should be granted an employment visa in your circumstances. And of course, aligned with all of this is this overarching question: does the work that's being offered to you, can that work actually be undertaken by a local person? And that's an objective test, and the Immigration Department will make the determination based on all of the evidence that they've got bundled up inside the application.